Lazy people of Reddit, how did you overcome your laziness? I realized that my laziness was a symptom of my depression, so I started treating my depression. I took my antidepressant but also changed my lifestyle. Instead of getting out of bed with just enough time to get ready, I get up with time to jog, eat breakfast with my wife and daughter. I started meal prepping to make sure we could have healthy lunches and dinners. I also started doing more self-care. I am down 15 pounds and feel a lot better. Hey, can I ask what taking the antidepressant was like, and how much of a difference it made? I've just started counseling as of last week, and I have my suspicions that my own extreme laziness is also a symptom of depression. I know that sounds weird. I wouldn't say I'm sad or having suicidal thoughts or anything, just completely and utterly unmotivated and apathetic. I've been thinking about asking to see an actual psychiatrist, but I'm not sure what to do if I was told I should take antidepressants. For me, it was mostly being tired of doing nothing. Now, saying that is much easier than actually getting over it. I did my best to make it something of a habit. Come back from the office, rough day, tired as hell. Kitchen's messy, clean it. Doesn't matter how tired you are. You'll feel better when it's clean. Gotta do laundry? Do it. You'll have fresh clothes later. I've come to find that thinking about how doing something will result in a positive goes quite a ways in terms of incentivizing you to do it. With time, the forcing yourself stops feeling forced and it becomes natural. My 2 cents. Edit. Whoa, my first silver. Thank you, kind Redditor. Edit number 2, you gold, thanks so much. Edit number 3, another silver, you're crazy, thanks, less than 3. Edit number 4, and another gold, Gonna take this chance to say hi to /r/award speech edits. That's kinda where I'm at right now. I'm just tired of sitting around doing nothing, so I've been making it a point to do the laundry, clean, hit the gym, go outside. Drinking less helped too, cause I'm not hungover all the time. 2 things: finding something I love doing for work and the 5-minute rule. Basically, if it will take you less than 5 minutes, you do it. This then applies to everything with motivation. You get to a point where rather than having to motivate yourself to do things, you train yourself to respond to the thought. Rather than I should go to the gym being followed by trying to find the energy and being passive, you get into the habit of when you have that thought, you change clothes, gather your stuff and leave the house immediately. It doesn't always help, but I achieve a lot more than I used to. I think the key to making it work is getting enough sleep. For people that don't have this issue, remember there is something as too much sleep. I'm a sleepy person and would tend to sleep 9 to 10 hours a day if I didn't set up alarms, but when I do, I tend to become more tired and lazy than when I sleep 7 to 8 hours a day. My rule is generally to always wake up around 7 AM except on Sunday where I don't set up alarms. Edit. I forgot to mention, if you oversleep and try to sleep a normal amount of hours, you won't feel immediate benefits. You'll still feel sleepy for a bit, but you have to stick to it. Once your body gets into the schedule, you'll feel better. You know you are getting used to it when you sometimes naturally wake up shortly before the alarm. Edit 2. Since this is getting traction, I might add some other advice too. Working out also helps a lot with getting good sleep and feeling more energetic. Basically, if you oversleep and never tire your muscles, your body switches to energy saving mode. The issue is, we aren't a computer. You save energy in form of fat, which isn't readily available to give you energy when you need it, so you just get fatter and feel less energetic. Negation. Not to diminish what other people are saying, but sometimes the just do it advice doesn't quite touch home for a lot of people, like me, who doesn't necessarily feel lazy but just tired all the time, which can be construed as laziness. But do you ever notice when you're feeling tired or lazy, it's usually when you're sitting, maybe watching TV, sitting on the computer, in a comfortable position? Sometimes being productive takes steps. One thing that helped me is to take the baby steps. I'll be sitting watching TV and start to doze off. What is one small thing that can help with that? Stand up and watch TV. It'll make you feel a little less tired. standing and watching TV, then, might make you feel a little restless. Maybe you look over at the table and notice it's a little cluttered, so you walk over and clean it while you stand and watch TV. Maybe when you finish cleaning the table while you watch TV, you'll remember you have a project or assignment you need to work on, so you can start doing that while you stand and have the TV on in the background. Maybe when you worked on your project for a little while, you start to get a little mentally fatigued, so maybe you take a break with that by watching some TV, but maybe this time you do it while standing and doing some dishes. Simply standing is a huge starting point for me. Whenever I feel tired or lazy and I don't really want to be, and I want to be productive, I'll just stand up, maybe walk around the house a little bit. It gets the gears in motion for me, and it's an incredibly small but effective starter. A body in motion stays in motion and a body at rest stays at rest. I found out that is a very true statement. TL Doctor, everyone feels tired when their alarm clock goes off early. You just have to get out of bed when you're tired instead of laying in bed until you feel rested. I asked my wife this week. I feel so tired when my alarm clock goes off. I just want to keep sleeping until I don't feel so tired. How do you get out of bed so early? How do you feel so energetic in the morning? To which she responded that everyone feels tired when their alarm clock goes off. You just have to get up anyway. It was an eye-opener for me that I wasn't supposed to just lay in bed until I felt like getting up. It's summertime and I'm a teacher, so I don't have to go to work until later this month. If I get up early it's a bad 5 to 10 minutes. If I get up late it's a good couple hours followed by a bad day. I'm not sure if everyone does. My husband wakes up at like 5:30 to 6 a.m. chipper and ready to go. He describes himself as a morning person and he loves hopping out of bed and immediately working out. He also loves his job and says he's always just so excited to start the day and get to work. It is crazy to me. I truly did not know there were people like him until I married him. I would sleep until noon every day if I could. This is totally me. People have always described me as lazy. I am very successful now. I am a dentist. I make quite a bit of money. Here's the thing, I'm still lazy, but I manage it very well. The key is to have goals and things that you won't compromise on. Sure, I can sleep in or play video games quite a bit, but I needed to make sure I did the things I needed to do. I went to class. I studied when I had to. I didn't want to be poor, so I did the things I knew I needed to do to not be poor, and I think it comes down to having goals and doing what I need to in order to accomplish those goals. Now I get to be a lazy dentist. I'm my own boss. I do whatever procedures I want to and no one tells me I have to do anything. It took a lot of work to be this lazy, but I sure can be lazy now, and I love it. I do whatever procedures I want to and no one tells me I have to do anything. Patient, hey doc, I need to fix a chipped tooth. Silly Wabbitrix, I feel like taking out a few molars today, so that's what I'm gonna do. We'll get to that chipped tooth when I feel like it. Routine. I'm a creature of habit. I had to force myself into the discomfort over and over again. Eventually this becomes the new normal. It's all habits. You have to force new ones. To add to this, getting to the gym and doing very little the first couple weeks is a pretty good strategy to build the habit to get there. I went there 3 times a week and just went for a quick swim or sat in the sauna, adding a small amount of exercise each time. Eventually at some point, something clicked, and now I feel guilty/angry at myself if I don't exercise on my scheduled days because it breaks my routine. 100% agree. I have successfully programmed my own gym habit and the habit of my workout partners by telling them to show up to the gym, then tell me in person they want to cancel. I won't ever give them grief over it. Just showing up created enough of a habit to become consistent exercisers. Also, having a plan before you go does really help. Even if it is a torn out magazine article, prevents the 20 minutes of milling around. 2 things that helped at least a little bit. 1. doing things early during the day. The later the day gets, the less likely I will do what I should do. This will also free your mind from that thing for the rest of the day. 2. Making a visual to-do list on a piece of paper placed in a spot that I will see it multiple times during the day. What exactly do you mean by visual to-do? Like, just a check-off list? I use a big whiteboard for keeping daily lists and keeping track of projects in a way where I enjoy getting in there and updating things each day. Basically, it's a way to keep track of shit that I enjoy interacting with. Whenever I've got a full-time job, it switches my life around. I want to go to the gym, see friends, cook, etc. When I'm part-time / studying / not working, I go back into mega lazy mode. Having something you have to go do every day is great. It gets you to start moving, and once you're up and about, it's easier to do other things. I find this to be totally opposite to how I feel. I was much more active / did different things when I didn't have a 40 hours a week mandatory obligation every week. It depends on the person for sure. When I'm off work in my car, it's a lot easier to just go to the gym or the grocery store and get things done. If I'm off all day, I'd much rather just play video games and watch Netflix.